Hi, welcome to Fiction Fingers Fairy Channel. Please subscribe to this channel for more interesting stories. And don't forget to like and share this video. Thank you. Several days had passed and Emma had gradually acclimated herself to Mila's world, finding joy in the love and affection that surrounded her. "Thank you, Mila, for bringing me into your world," Emma expressed, her gratitude evident in her voice. Mila smiled warmly, touched by Emma's words. "I'm happy to see you happy, Emma," she replied sincerely. In that moment, Emma found herself completely immersed in Mila's world, her worries and memories of her previous life fading into the background. The warmth of the companionship she shared with Mila enveloped her, filling her with a sense of contentment she hadn't felt in a long time. As days turned into weeks, Emma's bond with Mila deepened, their friendship blossoming amidst the beauty of their shared experiences. They laughed together, explored new places, and confided in each other, forging a connection that transcended the boundaries of their respective worlds. In the midst of their adventures, Emma found herself forgetting about her former life more and more. The loneliness that had plagued her before was replaced by a newfound sense of belonging and joy. But amidst the happiness she found in Mila's world, a small part of Emma's heart remained tethered to her past. She couldn't shake the lingering feeling of longing for her family, a faint whisper of memories that tugged at her soul. As she lay under the starry sky one evening, Emma's thoughts drifted back to her parents, their faces etched in her mind. Despite the comfort and happiness she had found with Mila's family, she couldn't shake the ache in her heart for the family she had left behind. On a particular morning, Emma awoke from her slumber feeling groggy. As she tried to rise from her bed, a dull ache throbbed in her head, intensifying with each movement. Sensing something was off, Mila, her roommate, gently shook her awake. "Are you all right, Emma?" Mila asked, concern evident in her voice. Emma attempted to sit up but was met with a wave of dizziness, causing her to slump back against the pillows. "My head is pounding and I feel so hot," Emma murmured, her voice muffled by the discomfort. Mila placed a hand on Emma's forehead, immediately noticing the warmth radiating from her skin. "You have a fever, Emma," she stated, her brow furrowing with worry. Emma closed her eyes briefly, trying to shake off the fog of illness clouding her mind. "What time is it?" she inquired, her voice weak. Mila glanced at the clock on the wall. "It's almost noon," she replied, her tone tinged with concern. Emma's heart sank as she realized she had slept through the entire morning, a testament to how unwell she truly felt. With a sigh, Emma attempted to push herself into a sitting position once more, determined to assess the severity of her condition. "I think I need to see a doctor," she admitted, her voice trembling slightly. "In our village there's no doctor. We need to go to the city to see a doctor," Mila explained solemnly to Emma, her brow furrowed with concern. Emma's eyes widened in disbelief, the realization sinking in that medical help wasn't readily available. "How do we get to the city then?" she inquired, her voice tinged with worry. Mila paused for a moment, considering their options. "We'll either have to take the bus or ask someone with a car in the village to drive us," she suggested, her tone full of regret. Emma's mind raced with the unfamiliarity of the situation. In her world, her mother would simply call the doctor, who would promptly arrive at their doorstep for a checkup. The contrast between her past and present circumstances left her feeling a pang of longing for the comforts of home. Slowly, tears welled up in Emma's eyes as she reminisced about her former life. "It's not your fault, Mila," she managed to utter, her voice trembling with emotion. Mila's expression softened with empathy as she witnessed Emma's distress. "I know it's difficult, Emma. Life here is far from easy," she admitted, her own guilt and frustration evident in her voice. "I'll try going to our class teacher's house. I'll ask her to take you to the clinic," Mila suggested earnestly, her concern for Emma evident in her voice. Emma, feeling increasingly unwell, nodded weakly in agreement. The throbbing in her head grew stronger with each passing moment, urging her to seek medical help as soon as possible. Arriving at their teacher's doorstep, Mila explained the urgency of the situation, pleading for assistance in getting Emma to the clinic. Understanding the gravity of the situation, their teacher readily agreed to help, offering Emma a reassuring smile as they embarked on the journey. As they embarked on the 2-hour journey to the city, Emma could do little but close her eyes and endure the discomfort. The uneven terrain only served to exacerbate her nausea, leaving her feeling increasingly queasy with each bump in the road. Throughout the journey, Mila and their teacher engaged in conversation, their voices a distant murmur to Emma's ears as she struggled to keep her symptoms at bay. In the quiet moments between bouts of nausea, Emma couldn't help but overhear snippets of conversation between Mila and their teacher. Their concern and empathy for her plight were palpable, serving as a poignant reminder of the challenges she faced in this unfamiliar environment. Upon their arrival at the clinic, the doctor promptly attended to Emma, recognizing the severity of her condition. "You have a high fever, Emma," the doctor informed her, his tone professional yet tinged with concern. With a swift diagnosis, he prescribed medication to alleviate her symptoms. Mila's class teacher, witnessing Emma's plight, stepped in to offer assistance without hesitation. Understanding Emma's financial constraints, she generously offered to cover the medical fees and the cost of the prescribed medication. Emma, overwhelmed by the kindness extended to her, felt a surge of gratitude towards her teacher. "Thank you, teacher. I will repay you," Emma promised earnestly, her voice filled with sincerity. Her teacher, however, waved off Emma's offer with a warm smile. "Don't worry about it, Emma. Consider it a small gesture of support from me," she reassured, her words imbued with compassion. Emma's heart swelled with gratitude, touched by her teacher's selflessness in her time of need. On the journey back home, Emma's gratitude flowed freely as she expressed her thanks repeatedly to both Mila and their class teacher for the invaluable assistance they had provided. Mila, with a reassuring smile, brushed off Emma's profuse gratitude. "It's nothing, Emma. You're our guest here. It's our responsibility to look after your well-being," she explained, her tone filled with sincerity and warmth. Emma's heart swelled with appreciation for Mila's unwavering support, grateful for her friend's steadfast presence during her time of need. Her teacher, chiming in with equal sincerity, echoed Mila's sentiment. "Exactly, Emma. You're like family to us," she affirmed, her words carrying a sense of familial care and responsibility. Emma found comfort in their words, reassured by the sense of belonging she felt within their close-knit community. As they continued their journey home, Emma couldn't help but reflect on the profound impact of their kindness. But at the same time, Emma started to miss her parents. Upon arriving at Mila's home, Emma was greeted warmly by Mila's mother, who had prepared a bowl of porridge for her. "Have some, Emma," Mila's mother encouraged kindly, her voice filled with genuine concern. Emma felt a lump form in her throat as she was touched by the caring gesture extended to her by Mila's family. "Thank you, Auntie," Emma expressed sincerely, her gratitude evident in her voice. Sitting down on the floor, Emma took a spoonful of the warm porridge, savoring the comforting taste. The simple act of nourishment provided by Mila's family filled her with a sense of warmth and belonging. As she ate, Emma couldn't help but feel a deep sense of gratitude for the kindness shown to her during her time of need. Mila's mother, observing Emma's appreciation, smiled warmly. "You're always welcome here, dear," she reassured, her maternal instincts kicking in as she sought to make Emma feel at home. Emma nodded gratefully, feeling a sense of comfort wash over her in the familiarity of Mila's family home. Mila's mother offered Emma words of encouragement and support, assuring her that she was not alone in her struggles. After finishing her meal, Emma thanked Mila's mother once again for her kindness before retiring to rest. As Emma lay down, surrounded by the warmth and hospitality of Mila's family, her thoughts drifted back to her own family. Despite the kindness she had received, a deep longing for her loved ones gnawed at her heart. "I miss you, Mom, Dad," she whispered softly to herself, the ache of separation palpable in her voice. With each passing moment, the distance between her and her family felt increasingly vast, aching with the weight of homesickness. "I never imagined I would feel so lost without them," Emma admitted quietly, her voice tinged with guilt. She couldn't shake the feeling that she was burdening Mila and her family, who already lived with their own struggles. As much as she appreciated their kindness, Emma couldn't help but feel a pang of remorse for intruding on their lives. Gazing out of the window, Emma found herself lost in memories of home, the familiar sights and sounds that now felt like a distant dream. "I hope they're doing okay without me," she mused, her heart heavy with worry for her family's well-being. Despite the physical distance, Emma felt their presence keenly, a reminder of the deep bonds that tied her to her loved ones. As Emma closed her eyes, the depth of her longing for her parents intensified, enveloping her in a bittersweet embrace. In the realm of dreams, she found solace as her mind conjured images of her and her parents frolicking in the park, the memories vivid and comforting. "I miss you, Mom, Dad," Emma murmured softly to herself in the midst of her dream, her words echoing in the ethereal landscape of her subconscious. In this dreamlike state, she felt the weight of her longing lift momentarily, replaced by a fleeting sense of joy and connection with her loved ones. As they played together in the imagined park, Emma reveled in the simple pleasure of their shared laughter and affection. Each moment spent with her parents in the dream felt like a precious gift, a temporary reprieve from the ache of separation that plagued her waking hours. In the dream, Emma found herself clinging desperately to the illusion of her parents' presence, unwilling to let go of the fleeting sense of closeness it offered. "Stay with me," she pleaded silently, her heart heavy with the knowledge that this ephemeral reunion would soon fade with the dawn. Yet even as she reveled in the warmth of her dream, Emma knew deep down that it was but a temporary respite from the reality of her circumstances. As she savored each precious moment with her parents, she made a silent vow to carry their love and affection with her into the waking world. To be continued.